YouTube? I am back with you in another video. Yes, I'm still in my costume, but I have got a special guest here with me this time. And this isn't my stuffed animal. This is actually my friend's Robin's. But you guys are going to probably freak out when you see this. You can come on up. And yeah, she's supposed to be a secret, but she is now going to be live with us today. Come on up.
Hello, you guys.
Tiki, say hi to YouTube.
Hey, you guys. I'm going to be joining this video with you guys today. And yeah, I'm ready.
But today, you want to say it?
But today, we will be reacting to Brittyy44, the Red Crayon Scary Urban Legend.
Shout out to her. I am actually one of your biggest fans. Like, I watch you all the time.
So yeah, shout out to you. Unfortunately, we got nothing to give you, but I think a shout out's pretty good, don't you think?
Anyway, it's either the Red Cloak Japanese Urban Legend or the Red Crayon. Whenever I watched it the other day, I watched the Red Cloak episode. So, yeah, video, so I'm going to go with the Red Crayon episode.
Let's do this.
Good one, Tiki, good one. Press on it, and here we go.
Hey guys, it's Brittany, and are you guys ready today for another story? But this one is quite disturbing, also really sad. So this story is about a young couple that were just recently
Sorry, you guys.
married, so newlyweds, very sweet, very romantic. They just got back from their honeymoon, and they're moving into their first place together. One day, the husband was walking down the hallway, and he came across a red crayon. It was just laying on the floor. He didn't really think much about it. He thought, you know, maybe it was the last people that lived here and they just had crayons and children. So he really didn't think much of it, and he just casually threw it away. The next day, when the husband came home from work, he then walked down that same hallway, and there was another red crayon. So he was kind of just like, well, that's really weird unless another one just came out of nowhere, but I could have sworn that I threw that red crayon out yesterday. So he decided to go ask his wife about it, and when he approached his wife and told her about it, her face went so white, like she just saw a ghost. She said to him that she's been finding red crayons in the exact same hallway, in the exact same spot that her husband has been finding them in. She was getting really weirded out by this. The husband knew that something wasn't quite right about the situation, so he was looking at the wall.
Dear gosh, this is scary. You can't just keep finding red crayons on the floor. Wow.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not a very good impression of Tiki, but...
And he decided to start peeling off the wallpaper to see what was behind it. When he removed all of the wallpaper, he noticed sliding doors were right behind it, like somebody was covering up a secret room. These sliding doors were nailed shut. So he took out his toolbox, he started removing all the nails, and then slowly opened up these sliding doors to this little room with white walls, with scribbles all over the walls in red crayon. And do you want to know what these scribbles all said? They said, "Mommy, I'm sorry, please let me out. Mommy, I'm sorry, please let me out." All over the walls. That is so disturbing and so sad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story. It is so disturbing.
Okay, Tiki's already had her input on this, but honestly, that's creepy. Like, you can't move into a place and keep finding, like, red crayons. There could be any other colored red crayons.
I completely agree with her.
But instead, they're finding, that's creepy. Really creepy, like, that was, okay, we're gonna watch another one. Oh. Oh, this looks interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Let's watch it.
Hey guys, it's Brittany, and no, I did not dye my hair black. If you're wondering, it is a wig because it goes really well with my story that I'm about to tell you guys. But if I didn't dye my hair blonde, this is what I would look like. Like, my hair is this dark, so it's kind of weird seeing the way natural Brittany would look, but blonde is the way I was supposed to be born, but unfortunately I was not. So, well, I had blonde hair when I was really young, and then it just started getting darker and darker and darker and darker when I was 7. So today's video, guys, I'm super excited because it's all about the real life Samara Morgan. Her name is Sadeko, and you guys know me and Samara, you know, I am obsessed with the Ring movies. Rings wasn't really my favorite, but the first and second movie I freaking love. But this is my Samara Morgan wig, so I thought that I would wear it. It's what I wore for Halloween, but I just kind of smoothed it out more, trying to make it look more real, having it over to the side, even though it doesn't really look that real. But anyways, so Sadeko is apparently or supposedly the real life Samara.
Sorry, you guys. I don't mean to keep moving it.
Story. So Sadeko, she was actually psychic, and she lived in Japan in the early 1900s. Her psychic ability was she was able to project images and words onto film. When she was younger, she was very depressed. She didn't have any friends. She never hung out with anybody, and she always kept to herself, but she was very depressed. Sadeko's mother was also psychic, and she would do experiments with a psychic researcher, and then long story short, it came out that she was a fraud, and she was so upset about that. Well, actually, she was accused of being a fraud, and that just upset her so much, she couldn't take it anymore, so one day, she decided to take her own life, and that is exactly what she did. Sadeko was so upset about her mother's death. Her and her father lived on an island, and when she was growing up, she started developing these psychic powers. So one day, her dad took her to a doctor in Japan, Tokyo, Japan to be exact. Sadeko was then participating in a lot of experiments about her psychic abilities, how she could project words and images on film. So Sadeko was then seeing this doctor on a regular basis. She was involved in a lot of these experiments where she could use her mind, because she's psychic, so she could use her mind to project words and images on film, and nobody knew how she was doing it. Like, nobody could explain how she was doing it. It was so creepy, but she could do it. And also, to you guys, this was the same doctor that Sadeko's mother was seeing. She was doing these experiments with this doctor as well, so it's just kind of weird how the dad set up this whole thing with the doctor that accused his wife of being a fraud, which then left her to commit suicide, and then now he's sending his daughter to see the same doctor and conduct these same experiments. It's just, you know, I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. So then this doctor, he wanted to publish a book about Sadeko, but then Sadeko was thinking to herself, you know, I don't trust this guy because he exposed my mother. Well, not really exposed, because she was, like, she believed that she was psychic, and then she was being accused of not being psychic, and then she was devastated, so I guess she really was psychic, but she didn't want all these people thinking she wasn't psychic. So Sadeko, she was like, no, I don't want this, it's just, no thank you. My mother, you know, she committed suicide over this thing, like, I don't know what you have against me if you're gonna do anything, so she said no. She then told him that she was gonna leave, and she would never return. After that, nobody knows what happened to Sadeko. People started speculating that the doctor lured her out to, like, by a hospital and strangled her and then threw her body into a well. So just like Samara with the mom throwing her into a well. He then sealed up the well with large rocks so she could be hidden forever. However, Sadeko was not really dead. She woke up when she was in the well, terrified, not knowing where she was. She tried to escape many times by climbing up the well, but each time she would fall back down. Sadeko was trapped down in that well for 7 days. I mean, obviously, right? It's just like the Ring. In her final moment...
I could have sworn I just heard something from you guys. Wow. That was weird. Like, it came from my closet, too. Okay, let me turn down the TV a little. Let me play it again.
Of life and those 7 days when she was stuck in that well, she was so full of rage and anger, so much hate in her heart. With all of this rage and anger she had inside of her, mixed with her psychic abilities, mixed with her dying, created this huge curse that then projected all of these images onto this unmarked tape. So of course, you guys know, they say if you watch this tape that you will die in 7 days, just like in the movies. The only way to avoid this curse of this videotape is to make a copy of it and then give it to somebody else. So that is the real life Samara, known as Sadeko.
Okay, like, I'm not saying that, like, this isn't real, but one reason why I think this could be fake. One. Okay, like, I'm not saying that her psychic powers were impossible, but at the same time, I don't think it was possible at all. Like,
I agree.
one reason. I'm psychic too. I can read people's minds. I can catch stuff before it falls. I I know when somebody's coming up behind me. I can see things that other people can't. It's just a lot. Like, I'm serious. I can see things that people can't. That's why, like, if you see me doing a video and I'm looking around, it's because I swear I see things. But before I even get a chance to see it, it disappears. I completely see it. I see it at the corner of my eye. But now that I'm looking, I actually see fingerprints on my mirror. And no one has been over there. And last time I made you guys this a video, I think I showed you those fingerprints that are on my mirror before. Those were a little bit lower down on my mirror. Where they are now, they're much higher. So they were just put there. It's not the first time that's happened though.
Okay, you guys, we should probably end the video here.
Tiki's right. We've got to go. This will probably be the last video I'm doing for the night. I will be back with you tomorrow doing more live streams, watching more creepy stuff. Shout out again to Brittyy44, my favorite YouTuber of all times. Well, my favorite paranormal YouTuber of all times. But I also want you guys to do something for me. Leave down in the comments if you have heard of other scary urban legends. If you guys have, if you guys do this, I will look it up, do some research on this urban legend, then I'll go on my channel and I'll talk about the urban legend itself. I'll see you guys in our next video. See ya!